Hello guys, my name is Plamen and you are again with our weekly forecast for the upcoming week. I wanna wish you all the best through the next year. Only successful trades and a lot of learning. Okay, so without further ado, let's begin with our analysis. As usual, we are gonna start with the economic calendar and let's see what news we have to expect for the upcoming week. On Monday, there is no significant news. On Tuesday, we had the Fed Chair Powell that is gonna speak and the EIA short-term energy outlook. These news are not gonna make some significant movements on the market, so you have to just take a look when they appear. On Wednesday, there are the retail sales for the Australian dollar and the crude oil inventories for the US dollar. Probably they're not gonna make any movements as well. And the important news this week are in Thursday, where there's gonna be the core CPI for the US dollar, the CPI on yearly base, and the CPI on monthly base for December for the US dollar, and the initial jobless claims. These news are very possible to make some good movements, and we are gonna take a look for some trades after the news appear. We are not gonna look for trades before the news, and we don't trade during news. We are gonna take a look what is gonna happen after the news, and we are gonna looking for trades after that. On Friday, there are only news for the British pound, and this is for the gross domestic product on yearly base, on quarter base, and on monthly base. And they are the manufacturing production on monthly base. This is for November. So we think that in the first 3 days of this week, there are gonna be good movements before the news, and after the news appear on Thursday and Friday, there are gonna be also very good movements, but after the news appear. Okay, now let's move to a technical analysis. And as usual, we are gonna start with euro dollar. First, let's take a look on the daily time frame. And here we can see that we have a consecutive point on a trend line. This is the daily trend line. And here, this trend line has made the third point. And from this point, we expect the price to make a good movement, which is something like this, to break this weekly level, probably to test it, and to make a new bullish impulse wave. We don't see anything for sales right now, but we have to take in mind that on a weekly time frame, we have a strong weekly trend line. Probably if the price here push back from this trend line, it can make a new bearish impulse wave to some of the levels of Fibonacci and then to make a new bullish impulse wave. But on the smaller time frames, which is the daily time frame, we expect a bullish movement from here, and on 4-hour time frame, just let me erase this and this, we can see a clear impulse wave. This impulse wave break the previous structure, which is this high over here, and we can expect that the price probably is gonna make some retracement from here. It can reach some of the levels of Fibonacci, level 50 or 61, and to make a new bullish impulse wave. But also there is a possibility that it can reach this point of interest, which is on 4-hour here, and to make the impulse wave just from here. If it reach this point of interest, here we're gonna take here we're gonna have a very good risk-reward ratio trade, which is gonna be something with 55 pips stop and with 270 pips in profit. This is not an advice, this is not financial advice, this is our opinion. This is what we think it's gonna happen. Okay, let's move to the pound dollar. This is pretty much the same. First, let's take a look at the daily time frame. Here we had a daily trend line, but you can see here the price has break this trend line, and it breaks this low over here, which is telling us that this trend line probably it's not valid anymore. But still, from this impulse wave over here, we can expect that this is the retracement, and with this engulfing candle probably we are gonna have a new bullish impulse wave. First to this level over here, the daily level on these highs you can see here, to make a retracement, and then a new bullish impulse wave. This is gonna take probably 2 weeks or maybe more, and we are gonna see on the smaller time frame, on 4-hour time frame, there is the strong impulse wave, the bullish impulse wave, that is the similar as the euro dollar, and there is the possibility from here, you can see the price broke all these highs over here, and it can make a retracement to the levels of Fibonacci or the point of interest, as is like the euro dollar. And from here as well, probably we are gonna take a trade with small stop loss, 85 pips, and the profit is gonna be to the next point of interest, which is over here on this high, and this is around 470 pips in profit. We are gonna see the price can reach the point of interest or it cannot, but we are gonna trade what is happening and not what we think is gonna happen. This is our opinion. Okay, let's move to the euro yen, and let's take a look again on the daily time frame. Here you can see that we are in clearly downtrend. First we had a trend line over here, just like this, and you can see that the price is breaking this trend line. We thought the last week when we made the analysis that here we are gonna have a very good trade. You can see the impulse wave and the retracement, and here we had a confirmation for a trade on Fibonacci, based on Fibonacci. From here the stop was around here, and the first profit was to this level over here, to this low. The second was to the minus 27.8 on Fibonacci. But today, as we see how the price is moving, if we take a look on the higher time frame, this is the daily time frame, soon the price is gonna reach the 78.60 on the Fibonacci retracement, and this we are gonna consider it as a new impulse wave, just like this. If it breaks this level, we consider that this is not a retracement, but this is a new impulse wave. And if you take a look, this looks like the pattern head and shoulders, something like this. Just let me tell you, this pattern head and shoulders, it's not when it's very small trend. I mean, if you take a look, this is a huge trend. This is movement from 2000 pips. And this pattern is for the reversing of the trend. In a downtrend, we don't have a very strong bearish impulses that we can consider the head and shoulders pattern. But as you know, euro yen and pound yen, they are in very good correlation. And we are gonna take a look at the pound yen right now after we finish this. And probably if the price here makes a retracement and starts a new bullish impulse wave, we are gonna have this pattern, but we are gonna looking for trades only to the weekly trend line, which is this one. So we think that the price probably it's gonna make something like this to the trend line, and then we are gonna have new bullish impulse wave. On a smaller time frame, it is pretty much the same. As you can see, the price is breaking this trend line. Well, still not yet. If it makes a higher high than this one, we are gonna consider it as a breaking of the trend line. If the price push back from here, we are gonna expect a new bullish movement. Excuse me, bearish movement to this lows over here. If the price breaks this trend line, probably it's gonna reach the point of interest, and then we are gonna have a retracement and the new bearish impulse wave. Now let's take a look at the pound yen. Again, we are gonna start with the daily time frame. And here you can see that we are in a downtrend, but this movement is from 1000 and almost 700 pips. This is a very huge movement. As you can see here, the price already breaks this 78.6 on Fibonacci, and we consider it as a new impulse wave. And here again we can see the pattern head and shoulders. It is not confirmed yet because here we have just the left shoulder and the head, but still there is a possibility that the price can come back to form the right shoulder, and from here to have a new bullish impulse wave. This is gonna be to the weekly trend line. Here you can see it, and from this trend line we are gonna look for new short positions, something like this. So we don't need this Fibonacci anymore. Let's take a look on the 4-hour time frame. Earlier today, when we made our analysis, we saw that here we have a triangle pattern which already has made a movement from 100 pips, which is very nice. And there is a possibility here that the price from here to reach this point of interest, which is on this high over here, which is pretty strong, and to make a bearish impulse to the next point of interest on this lows over here, or if it just make a retracement around this Brexit level over here, this is gonna be a new impulse wave. Let me just erase this. Something like this, to make a retracement to the levels of Fibonacci, which is gonna fit the head and shoulders pattern on the daily time frame. And if we see some confirmation here from candlesticks, we are gonna look for long positions, just like this. And finally, let's take a look at the gold. Last week the gold made very good impulse waves. You can see the clear impulse wave, the retracement, and the second impulse wave, which is from yesterday. Now for the next week, what we expect, this is on 4-hour time frame. On this huge impulse wave there's gotta be retracement. Probably it's gonna reach levels of the Fibonacci, and it can touch the trend line again, which is gonna be confirmed with these 3 points, and we are gonna look for movements first to the minus 720 by the Fibonacci, and the second target is gonna be minus 61.8, which is on these highs over here, something like this. Okay, these lows and these highs. Okay guys, this is for the upcoming week. This is our expectations. Of course, we are going to continue to make every week analysis on these currency pairs. Probably we are gonna include 4 more currency pairs if you want. If you want to take a look on particular currency pairs that you want, just type in the comments. And if you are new to the channel, subscribe so you don't miss our educational videos, which we are gonna continue to upload. This is all for this week. Thank you for watching and see you next Monday.